Well, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us on this Saturday. It's November 19th. I'm Katrina Smith. Meteorologist Eric Gage is busy in the Weather Center tracking snow, not so much for today, but moving into tomorrow. Eric.
Yes, that's right. For today, dry conditions. Still seeing some sunshine this morning. On the chilly side, though, some of our sky watchers checking with 15 degrees this morning. So I got out the door. I'm like, wow, it's pretty chilly.
It is.
But for today, dry conditions, clouds gradually moving in. But the big story is for tomorrow. You heard a little bit earlier that there was some lake effect snow slamming Buffalo in that area. Now, the wind direction does change tomorrow, and some of this lake effect will move into our area from Lake Ontario, especially in the Mohawk Valley and just slightly north, just in the southern parts of the North Country. Now, these windy conditions tomorrow could be snow squalls and whiteout conditions at times, especially in the I-90 Thruway corridor. Taking a live look now to Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, top of the radar, seeing once again things are pretty dry. Still looking at those intense lake effect snow bands moving just north of Buffalo right now. Those snowfall totals are nearing 6 feet in some areas. A pretty significant snow event over there. Local temperatures on the chilly side this morning, warming up into the low 30s. Not warming up by much for today. Still on the low side in the southern valleys as well. Highs only reaching the low to mid 30s for today. Temperatures 34 for the high. Partly sunny skies, and snow does return tomorrow. Snowfall totals and more are coming up. Back over to you, Katrina.
Thank you so much, Eric. One person is in critical condition. 2 others were taken to area hospitals.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good Saturday morning and welcome back. We're starting out this morning on the chilly side. Temperatures in the teens and 20s earlier on this morning. Current temperature right outside is in the 20s right now, and heading into this afternoon, warming up only just slightly above freezing. Started by taking a live look at our Cavvy Tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. Still seeing some trace snowfall amounts right now across the central New York region for the most part, and as well as taking a live look at a Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, top of the radar, looking dry, at least for now. That does change as we head into tomorrow. And so, in fact, our weekend forecast for this weekend, partly sunny skies for today. Some sunshine that's starting out this morning. That turns into more cloudy skies by this evening as the system moves in from the west. You can see right there, temperatures only reaching the low to mid 30s. Tomorrow, a Storm Tracker 2 alert day. This is due to lake effect snow moving in from Lake Ontario that could produce some whiteout conditions, possibly some snow squalls as well as some of those gusty winds. And on the chilly side as well, highs only reaching the upper 20s. This is all due to a weak cold front arriving from the west. You can see right here wind direction. As you see, Buffalo is currently getting hit with a lot of snow. That wind direction is up towards the north, but you see this cold front push through, and that wind direction shifts towards our area. You can see this thin band of lake effect snow that moving into our area. A lot of gusty winds, and areas in the Mohawk Valley could see some significant accumulation with this snowfall. So our skycast for today, warming up only into the low to mid 30s. Clouds gradually increasing throughout the day today, heading into tonight, cooling down into the 20s by 5 p.m. Still looking dry, a bit breezy out there if you want to plan anything, especially for travel. I want to do that for today because as start out tomorrow, 6 a.m., still looking mostly dry, maybe a quick pass by of a snow shower or two, and then the wind direction shifts. And here's that band of lake effect snowfall. And you can see in the North Country and Southern Valley, especially up near Inlet and down towards Oneonta and Norwich, you're not looking to see a lot of snowfall for tomorrow, mainly mostly cloudy skies. If you are in the Mohawk Valley, Herkimer, Utica, Oneida, as well as Canajoharie, could be seeing some snowfall, especially more whiteout conditions on the I-90 corridor. And that will continue throughout the day tomorrow with the higher accumulations just north of the Mohawk Valley. We're still seeing snow bands continuing at least until early morning Monday when that snow finally pushes through. So our snowfall forecast for tomorrow, 6 to 12 inches of accumulation, especially just north of Utica. That band could be shifting further south. Those amounts might be pushing out towards Utica, reaching that 6 to 12 inch mark. But still general accumulations near 3 to 6 inches in the I-90 corridor, and then gradually decreasing as we head out to Little Falls and out towards Canajoharie. So for today, warming up into only the low 30s with clouds and sunshine mixing in. Tonight, a low of 17 degrees, bit on the chilly side. And then tomorrow, high of 29 with lake effect snow, windy conditions too, wind speeds nearing 20 miles an hour. Our 7-day forecast, after tomorrow, we slowly start to warm up Monday and Tuesday with dry conditions, temperatures reaching the upper 30s to low 40s. And for the most part right now, Thanksgiving is looking dry, but Black Friday is looking rainy. And our weekend trivia question, who was the first European to sail into the New York Harbor?
It's got to be D, Verrazano.
And it is.
I don't know why. I feel like Henry Hudson was more to the north.
So a lot of people think it was actually Henry Hudson, but what, sailed, I think it was what,
like the
85 years?
1500s,
Yeah, 85
right?
years before Henry Hudson. He was actually an Italian explorer in service to France. So that's where the Italian name comes from. But
Italian in service to France.
Yes.
Okay, and Henry Hudson was way later.
Yeah, 85 years later.
Okay, thank you so much, Eric. We love it. Well, the snow is here, and that means for joining us for another half hour of News Channel 2 Weekend Today. I'm Katrina Smith, and the big story is the weather. So we want to get you right over to the Weather Center with meteorologist Eric Gage. Not so much talking about what's going on today, although it is cold, but the big event is tomorrow.
Yes, for the most part today, expect dry conditions. Sunshine starting out this morning on the chilly side, but still a nice late fall morning, at least for the most part, unless you don't like snow.
Late fall, I like that. I tried to sneak that one in.
Yeah, I'm trying to sneak that in because it does feel like late fall right now. And then for the most part, dry conditions today on the chilly side, only warming up into the low 30s. But the big story is tomorrow, an alert day, especially for the Mohawk Valley. If you were in the southern valleys or in the northern part of the North Country, this is not too much concerning for you guys, but for the Mohawk Valley, the I-90 corridor, heavy lake effect snow is possible, especially in the Mohawk Valley and just slightly north. Windy conditions are possible and could cause snow squalls and whiteout conditions, especially on those roadways. So if you are traveling or have any plans for tomorrow, plan accordingly. This looks to be mostly an all-day event. Skywatchers this morning on the chilly side at 23 in Clinton, 15 degrees in Westdale earlier on this morning, at 27 in Mohawk, 26 degrees in New Hartford, and in the Southern Valleys, temperatures in the 20s at 23 degrees in Cooperstown. Now taking a live look at your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things are looking dry in our area for right now. Still looking at that very heavy lake effect snow currently going on in Buffalo, and the wind direction does change tomorrow, and that lake effect will start moving its way into the Mohawk Valley. Before today, temperatures warming up on the chilly side, only reaching the mid-30s with mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies for the most part this morning. Clouds gradually move in and then snow moves in tomorrow. Looking at the snowfall forecast and more coming up. Back over to you, Katrina.
Speaking of that snowfall in Buffalo, we're looking at records here. Here's Jim Cantori from the Weather Channel.
Well, Buffalo, New York, prolific certainly for lake effect snow. In 2 days, we have gone from nothing on the ground to now the third snowiest November on record. And of course, we still have a lot of the month of November to go, and we're having more snow coming in tonight. This has been the problem. A lot of snow pushing it in piles in many, many areas, and the rate at which it came down, especially down in Hamburg. First of all, take a look at this video. This is looking Buffalo south, and you can just see the line of snow. That's what we were in yesterday in Hamburg, okay, and down near Orchard Park. This is where the 4-inch per hour snowfall rates are. This is where the 70-plus inch totals are today, all right? And you can see what that's done in places like Orchard Park where the Buffalo Bills play. Just snow everywhere as far as the eye can see. So it's about cleanup today, getting a little bit of normality here on this Saturday. We have another band of snow which will come through tonight, anywhere from 2 to 8 inches, and then we can finally exhale on what was a historic storm, no question, for Western New York. The big question is, will this be a 24-hour snowfall record for New York State? If more than 50 inches fell and it's verified, it will be. In downtown Buffalo, I'm meteorologist Jim Cantori.
Wow, stay safe. And
Central New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and welcome back. This Saturday we are tracking chilly temperatures start out this morning, only reaching the low to mid 30s by this afternoon with increasing clouds, and then snow moves into our area by tomorrow. So taking a live look at our Caveat Tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. Things are looking quiet across the area right now. A lot of areas seeing a nice sunrise, some sunshine this morning, as well as dry conditions. Here's a live look at a Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things look quiet for now, but that does change as we head into tomorrow as lake effect snow moves into our area, primarily in the Mohawk Valley. So for today, dry conditions, a bit breezy out there for today, but the big story is tomorrow. Very windy conditions, wind speeds between 15 and 20 miles per hour, especially in the Mohawk Valley. And along with that, a chance for some snow squalls as possible whiteout conditions on the roadways are possible. And the winds do not subside, at least for Monday and Tuesday, still remaining on the breezy side for the next several days. But for the most part, things looking dry for today. This is all due to a very weak area of high pressure moving its way out towards the east. Now, a cold front out towards the west is moving its way over our area for tomorrow. Now, you can see right here, you see lake effect snow that blew on the radar and satellite right now. That's shifting its way north. But as you can see, as this cold front pushes through, wind direction shifts, and you can see that band of lake effect snow that blew right there move directly over the Mohawk Valley. So if you're in the southern valleys or north country for tomorrow, not expecting a lot of snowfall, maybe trace accumulations as the system moves over an area early tomorrow morning. But for the most part, for today, on the chilly side, only warming up into the low to mid 30s with increasing clouds by this evening and then cooling down into the 20s by 5 p.m. Still looking dry, a bit breezy. If you want to get anything done today, especially travel-wise, I'd recommend doing it today because tomorrow, this is when the snow band comes through. Lake effect snow moving just over the Mohawk Valley. You can see right here in the southern valleys, Oneonta, Cooperstown, Norwich, looking mostly dry, as well as inlet, Boonville, still looking just north of that snow band. And that will continue for the most part, at least until 5 p.m. and then continue on the weaker side until 11 to 1 in the morning. And that's when it starts cooling down tomorrow night, temperatures reaching the teens, especially in those areas with clear skies. So our lake effect snowfall forecast, this could be moving further down towards the south as the latest forecasts do develop, but 6 to 12 inches in the red area of accumulation just north of Utica, moving just south of Boonville as well. The higher accumulations near Tug Hill, nearing almost 2 feet of snowfall. And then your trace accumulations in the outlying areas, and then between 1 to 6 inches for most areas of the Mohawk Valley. So for today, high of 34 degrees, cold with a mixture of clouds and sun, a little bit breezy for today. Tonight, a low of 17 degrees on the chilly side, and then tomorrow, high of 29 with lake effect snow, windy conditions, wind speeds nearing at 20 miles an hour. Our 7-day forecast after Sunday, cool temperatures go away for the most part, relatively speaking, only reaching the upper 30s to low 40s. Thanksgiving currently right now is trending on the dry side, temperatures in the upper 30s, and then rain it does move in by. Trivia question, all snowflakes have 6 arms or sides, true or false?
Maybe not. False.
False. It is
Really?
true. Yes. So the way they're water molecules, and water molecules are shaped like V's. So that's I was just back in the break. I was trying to explain it.
He was like, "How do I explain this?"
How do I explain this? So you have V's, and you have you have basically 3. So it basically forms like a hexagon shape, and that's why all snowflakes have 6 sides. So
I know that no two snowflakes are alike.
Yeah,
correct?
No 2 snowflakes are alike, but when they do form, they're usually
always have 6
sides or 6 arms. Sometimes you see them, they look like a hexagon, and sometimes you see them, they have like arms sticking out.
What do they look like again? Like
I don't have 3 arms, so I can't do that. But
do it together.
Doing the best I can right here.
Thank you, Eric, for the explainer. Moving right along, how about this? Former President John F. Kennedy began.
Kenny, thank you for joining us. Here's what's making news tonight in your neighborhood. Now, much of Oneida County has already been placed in winter alerts ahead of the lake effect storm expected tomorrow. Let's head right over to meteorologist Eric Gage for the latest on the storm. Eric, how much are we going to get? What warnings are we under? What's the deal right now?
Yeah, so right now it has expanded to all of Oneida County as well as all of Herkimer County in a lake effect storm warning. So take a look at our warnings right now. You see that it's a more greenish blue, almost like a teal. Now this is not in our color key because there's a new warning system put out for lake effect snow warnings. This is for 4 a.m. earlier morning tomorrow until 4 a.m. Monday for Oneida County as well as Herkimer County, and this will include pretty much the entire county. Now snowfall amounts will vary pretty significantly across most parts of the area. Northwestern Oneida County seeing the highest totals, and so we have an alert day for tomorrow with heavy lake effect snow possible, especially in the Mohawk Valley and slightly north. Also with that, windy conditions, wind speeds nearing 20 miles per hour could cause snow squalls, even whiteout conditions if you are traveling, especially north of the I-90 thruway. But for this evening, things are looking pretty quiet. On the chilly side, temperatures in the 20s across the area, 30 degrees in New Hartford and Southern Valleys, temperatures in the 20s, even teens, 19 degrees in Milford. But for tonight, looking at dry conditions across the area, a few lingering flurries heading into tonight, and then a weak cold front pushes through, and those temperatures will drop into the lower 20s to upper teens for tonight, and then heading into later on tomorrow, looking ahead to see more lake effect snow showers across most parts of the Oneida County area. And if you're in the southern valleys, not looking for the forecast at least to see any snowfall for the near future, but I'll break it all down in a full detailed forecast coming up. Back over to you, Ben.
Thank you very much, Eric. Well,
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good evening and welcome back. After a chilly day today, we cool down again tonight before some snow showers return tomorrow. Lake effect warnings are in effect for some areas, including Oneida as well as Herkimer County. So we're taking a live look at our Cavity Tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. Things are looking quiet across the area right now, still on the chilly side and a little bit breezy out there too today, as well as a live look at a Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 DOP the radar. Things are looking mostly dry, a few stray light flurries, probably not making it to the ground for the most part, but still mostly dry conditions. However, as we head into tomorrow, the big story along with the snow is the wind. Wind speeds tomorrow, especially in the valley, reaching 15 to 20 miles per hour. And after that, breezy conditions Monday and Tuesday, winds gradually diminish by Wednesday. But for the most part, the big story are those gusty winds as well as some possible heavy lake effect snow that could impact your driving for tomorrow. So this is all due to a very weak cold front pushing its way over our area after a ridge of high pressure brought mostly dry conditions into our area for today. But take a look at this wind direction shift. As this cold front pushes through, wind direction shifts from the as the wind goes up towards the northeast down towards the southwest, and that will bring some lake effect snow bands into Oneida County as well as some areas of Herkimer County for the most of the day for tomorrow. So timing it all on our Skycast for tonight, generally overcast skies, a mixture of some light flurries can be expected by early tomorrow morning and then drying out a little bit by 6 a.m. And then this band of snow pushes through, especially up towards Boonville pretty quickly, and the wind direction shifts towards the north and then pushes its way down towards the south by noon tomorrow. And the big story is this band doesn't really move that much, stays over the Mohawk Valley for the most part for tomorrow. So if you're in Oneonta, Cooperstown, Norwich, you're not going to see any significant snowfall, probably traced to an inch of snowfall total, as well as way up in the North Country Inlet, even Old Forge, not expecting to see those are very high snowfall totals. This will continue at least until tomorrow night before the band shifts up towards the north, and then we start cooling down at very chilly night in store for us for early Monday morning. So, updated snowfall total forecast, we shifted it down a little bit. The band of heaviest snowfall is still generally in the central Oneida County area, 12 to 24 inches. Some areas can see a little bit higher, especially out towards Lake Ontario. In this, the highest totals are all expected to be on the high end unless wind direction becomes more variable and oscillates, because that can change the updated snowfall totals up near the lower ends, especially on the more broad areas. As the winds start to shift. But for the most part, still generally seeing roughly 3 to 7 inches for most parts of the Mohawk Valley. And if you are traveling tomorrow, especially north of the I-90 corridor, I want to hold off on traveling for tomorrow because it could produce whiteout conditions with gusty winds as well as locally heavy snowfall. So for tonight, a low of 18 degrees on the chilly side. Winds start to pick up, and then by tomorrow, lake effect snow, especially for the Mohawk Valley, a high of 29 degrees. Our 7-day forecast, alert day tomorrow, lingering flurries for the morning hours on Monday, then dry weather for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Thanksgiving currently at this point still looks dry, and then rainy system moves in for Friday and Saturday, warming up into the lower 40s. Ben?
Thank you very much, Eric. Coming up next, I'll house in at the sports station.